Hey all, welcome to day 5 of our 40 days of AWS class. Today we are going to learn how to create an application load balancer. To create any load balancer, we have to go to EC2 services. Under that we have load balancing, and under that we have load balancers. So to create any load balancer, we have to go and click on load balancer service. Once you click on there, you will get the page to create a load balancer. Click on create load balancer, and then you will see all the load balancer services available. So we have application load balancer, network load balancer, and gateway load balancer service available. And there is one more service available, classic load balancer, which is a previous generation load balancer. Now we are going to use application, network, and gateway load balancer. So classic load balancer is not much used nowadays. Okay. And for this demo purpose, we are going to learn application load balancer and network load balancer, but we are not going with the gateway load balancer in this demo purpose, because gateway load balancer needs some third-party applications to be provisioned before we go route traffic, like do this demo to route traffic to that third-party application, which do the security checkups and then give us the response back, and then we route it to the internal application, right? So yeah, so that's why we are going to cover application load balancer and network load balancer in this class today. So before we go ahead and create a load balancer for this application load balancer, we have to create a target groups. Basically, target groups are those who are going to take the traffic which is coming from that internet to our. So for that, we are taking EC2 instances as our target groups. So we are going to launch basically 2 EC2 instances where we are going to host our web servers, and which takes traffic in round robin fashion. So once you got the request, it's taken by the server 1, and the next request has been taken care by the server 2 depending upon the availability, right? So I'm quickly creating that EC2 instance, and how to create it. EC2 instance we already learned in the previous class, and I'm allowing HTTPS traffic as well. Okay. And yeah, I'm just pasting here that script here, which creates an like web page there. We're gonna hit on that web page. So once we have that detail, I'll just increase the number to 2 here, so that we need 2 servers to see that traffic is routing to a different servers and it's load balancing. Yeah. We'll give a couple of minutes here to get that EC2 instances launched. So if you go to EC2 instances, you can see there are 2 servers will be up and running. Okay, so yeah, let me filter it out to running. Just give me a minute, it will be back a minute. Yeah, so it's in a pending state. Once it is in a running state, we will see after that running filter. Yeah, now you can see that instances are running, but still we have to wait it for 2x2 check. So I'll wait for it, and meanwhile it is coming 2x2 check. We go for create a load balancer. To create a load balancer, go under load balancing and click on load balancer, and we're gonna click on create load balancer, and then we go to application load balancer and click on create. And here also you can see how application load balancer works. So we are user gonna hit a traffic to our load balancer. If it is HTTPS, accordingly it routes the traffic. So we have to give a load balancer name. So for this demo purpose, I am just giving demo-lb. Okay. So we are going to take it an internet facing, because we are going to take the traffic from the internet, and we have only one VPC available. So we are going to select that, but if you want, you can select your desired VPC. And then we are going to select all that availability zone, as it is capable of doing the cross zone routing. Now the next part is we are going to create a security group for the load balancer. So we are going to make our load balancer capable enough to take the traffic from the internet on port 80 and 443, which is for HTTP and HTTPS. Yeah, but before that, we have to take the traffic. We have to create a security group, and we have to give a name to that security group. So for demo purpose, I am giving demo-lb security group, and I'm passing that description for that group. Okay. Next, we have to create an inbound rules. So once we give that description name, we'll click on add rules, and here we are going to select HTTP and HTTPS. Yeah, we are giving opening it for everyone here. So we are selecting it anywhere 0000 IP address. Same for the HTTPS as well. So our 80 port and 443 is open to all for this load balancer. Okay. Once we give that, we have just click on create security group. It will create a security group here, and then we have to select that security group when we are creating our load balancer. So let me go back to our load balancer creation page. So I just refresh it and select that load balancer which I have just created. If you have already created load balancer group, you can select that as well, but for demo purpose I have created a new one. Now next part is we have to add the target group here. So basically this is to route our traffic which is coming on protocol HTTP on port 80, and it will route to a target group. So as if now we don't have any target group, so we'll click on create target group to create a target group. Once you see that, you can add IP address, instance, lambda function, application load balancer as well, right? So for this demo purpose I'm just selecting instances and give a target group a name, and then I'm just selecting the protocol. That's fine, everything looks good. And now I'm selecting VPC and my protocol version which is HTTP1, that is fine. And now next is health check, which is root, that's also fine. Once we have these basic detail, and then I just click on next, we will see that our two instances what we have created where application that web page is running. So I'll select both the instances and add it to there, and then click on create target group. Once I click on create target group, you can see that these are unused and unhealthy because it is looking for a target group is not configured to receive traffic from the load balancer. You can see there. So once we add there, if those servers are able to take the traffic on those ports, they will be showing healthy there. So yeah, that's how we have to select our target group. But if you have another listener as well, you can add those, but for now we are going to work on for port 80 only. Yeah, when you click next, you see you just validate the details in summary and just click on create load balancer. Yeah, you can see that our status is provisioning, so we have to wait for a couple more minutes to get our load balancer provisioned. So you just do refresh after some time, you will see that. Yeah, so if you see after a couple of minutes our load balancer become active, and what we have to do is now we going to test whether our application is running on that these servers which are there in target group is there or not, right? So you can see this, our target group have those two instances, and now these are two instances are healthy now because these are running behind our load balancer in a target group. Okay, so let me copy paste my load balancer URL in the browser, and you will see the traffic will route to the both the instances created there depending upon the load. Okay, yeah, you can see that now this traffic is from port IP 4546, but if I click here, let me go one. Yeah, now you can see that IP got changed, right? So our request is routing to once 4546 IP, and then next is going to 34 to 37 IP depending upon the load. So load balancer is managing this traffic depending upon the availability of our EC2 instances, right? So this is how our load balancer works. So yeah, next part also, as we discussed, like application load balancer is capable enough to do path-based routing, right? So to do that, we have to go to listener and rules, and we are going to add another rule here, so that if that traffic comes for that particular path, we'll go to that path, right? So for that, we're just going to click on add rule and give that rule. So let's suppose I'm giving creating one URL for maintenance, right? So I'm just giving it a name, a maintenance, and then I'm just adding a condition here. The condition here is like if the path is maintenance. You can see there are the different conditions. If you want, you can choose any condition there, but for this demo purpose, I'm selecting path base routing. So I'm just selecting a path here, and it is asking me for the value of that path. So I'm just giving /maintenance. Sorry for the spelling mistakes, let me correct it. Yeah, you can see this maintenance part here. Let me make it small to make it sure we are going to pass it in URL. So I'll confirm it. Once confirmed, click on next. So yeah, it is looking for what response you want to return. So for that, I'm just selecting a normal text response. That website is under maintenance, right? So yeah, you can pass any text here, what you want to see when somebody reaches to this path, right? Or you are routing that users to this path when your application is under maintenance as well. So yeah, let's click on next. Gives a rule a priority here. So priority is basically which it's like varies from 1 to 50,000 there. So that depending upon the priority, that rule will be there in your listeners. Okay. So once you for this only we have one rule, so I'm just giving priority 1. So you can click on create after giving that. Yeah, now you can see this rule is created there, and it matches the pattern where our browser have this slash maintenance as in its path, right? Let me copy this and then here in the browser, let me paste it. Click on slash maintenance. Yeah, now you can see when you click on this, you will see website is under maintenance for 2 hours. So that's it. This is how our path-based routing also works, and this is that utilization or use case of application load balancer. Okay, so yeah, we learn application load balancer today, and in next lecture we're gonna learn how to work with network load balancer. So thanks for that. Thanks for joining today, and hope you enjoy this lecture. Please do share your comments if you have anything and you want something me to add here. Thank you.